students. Today, the topic of discussion is transformation of sentences. We will learn how to convert assertive sentences into interrogative sentences without changing the meaning, and similarly, how to convert interrogative sentences into assertive sentences. First, let's learn how to convert assertive sentence into an interrogative sentence. We can do this by following two simple steps. Step 1. If the sentence is affirmative, we change it to negative. Step 2. We move the helping verb used in the sentence to the start of the sentence. Example, Sania Mirza is a great lawn tennis player. Now this is a positive or an affirmative sentence. After step 1, the sentence would become, Sania Mirza is not a great lawn tennis player. Then, in the second step, we would move the helping verb is not to the start of the sentence and convert it into an interrogative sentence. The answer would be, isn't Sania Mirza a great lawn tennis player? And we would end it with a question mark. Now let's take an example of a negative sentence. In case the sentence is negative, we first change it to an affirmative sentence. And then in step 2, we would move the helping verb to the start of the sentence. Example, the cake was not tasty. After following step 1, the sentence would become, the cake was tasty. And when we move the helping verb was to the beginning of the sentence, it finally becomes an interrogative sentence. Was the cake tasty? Followed by a question mark. Remember to add the question mark after the conversion. Now we have learned how to change an assertive sentence into an interrogative sentence without changing its meaning. Let's look into different cases that we need to keep in mind while changing an assertive sentence into an interrogative sentence. Case 1. Helping verb is not provided. In that case, we would first check the tense of the sentence and accordingly add the helping verbs. Generally, these are do, does, did, and it depends on the number of the subject. Let's take an example. He plays football. Now this is a simple present sentence and it uses the pronoun he. Therefore, we would use the helping verb does in this case. After following step 1, it will become he does not play football, and after following step 2, it will become doesn't he play football. Now let's take an example of a negative sentence. Sita does not dance well. Now Sita is singular in number and hence does not is being used in the simple present tense. After following step 1, we would remove does not from it and the sentence becomes Sita dances well. However, when we move to step 2, we need to write does Sita dance well? Now since it is a simple present sentence, so again we would be using does in the beginning of the sentence when we change it to an interrogative sentence, followed by a question mark. Let's have a look at the second case. In the second case, never is replaced by ever and no is replaced by any. You will understand it better with the help of two examples that are given here. Rina will never forgive my mistake. Now, this is an assertive sentence, and if you look at the structure, it is noun, Rina, plus will, plus never, plus rest of the sentence. When we change it to interrogative, will Rina ever forgive my mistake? The structure changes to will, plus noun, plus ever, plus rest of the sentence. Similarly, no one knows you changes to does anyone know you? Since it is a simple present tense, and the subject no one is singular, we are using does in the beginning of the interrogative sentence. In case the sentence has everybody, everyone, or all, it will be replaced by who plus don't or doesn't. Example, everybody likes to be happy changes to who doesn't like to be happy. Everyone likes to be rich changes to who doesn't like to be rich. And does everybody not like to be rich changes to doesn't everybody like to be rich? Let's learn how to convert interrogative sentences into assertive sentences. We will be following the same steps that we were using earlier. However, we will reverse the order in this case. Step 1 will be to move the helping verb to second position, and step 2 will be convert affirmative to negative or negative to affirmative and replace question mark by a full stop. Let's have a look at an example. Isn't this the place I love the most? After step 1, when we move the helping verb to the second position, it will become this isn't the place I love the most. This is a negative sentence. After step 2, the answer will be this is the place I love the most. Now notice we have changed the negative to affirmative, and this is our final answer. Similarly, another example, is smoking a good habit, will become smoking is not a good habit. This is how we convert interrogative sentences into assertive sentences. Now let's have a look at a few cases. Now in case the sentence has ever, it is replaced by never. If it has any, it is replaced by no. Have a look at the examples given here. Can anything outshine the brilliance of the sun? In the sentence, anything is being used and it is replaced by nothing. Final answer is nothing can outshine the brilliance of the sun. Similarly, will you ever forgive her? Changes to you will never forgive her. Let's have a look at case 2. In case the sentence is a negative sentence and starts with who, that is, the sentence structure is who plus don't, doesn't, or didn't, followed by the rest of the sentence. These helping verbs will be replaced by everybody, everyone, or all, depending on the sentence. Example, who doesn't want to be rich will become everybody wants to be rich. Now, doesn't has been replaced by everybody. Similarly, who doesn't like cricket? Doesn't gets replaced by everyone and the sentence becomes everyone likes cricket. Case 3. Who plus a positive sentence. Example, who was playing the match? In these cases, who is replaced by no one or nobody. Therefore, the sentence who was playing the match will be no one was playing the match. Similarly, who wants to fall sick will become nobody wants to fall sick. Case 4. In case the sentence begins with Y and is followed by a verb. For example, Y wastes time in useless work. In such sentences, Y is replaced by it is foolish to plus verb plus the remaining sentence. Example, Y wastes time in useless work changes to it is foolish to waste time in useless work. Case 5. What if sentences? In such cases where the sentences begin with what if, it is replaced by it doesn't matter if. Example, what if you do not help me? It will change to it doesn't matter if you don't help me. What if they don't come? It will change to, it doesn't matter if they don't come. Hoping that you have learned how to convert interrogative to assertive and vice versa today with the help of today's lesson. Thank you.